Imagine you're walking along a perfect sandy beach, maybe in Florida, maybe the Caribbean. The sun is warm, you can hear the waves, and you see this beautiful, lush, green tree. Its canopy looks so inviting, just the perfect spot to get some shade.
The perfect spot.
Sure.
But as you get closer, you might see something strange. A splash of bright red paint around the trunk, or maybe even a sign with a skull and crossbones.
And that's your first clue that you found the Manchineel tree. It looks like paradise, but it's so dangerous that in 2011, Guinness World Records officially named it the world's most dangerous tree.
It's a fascinating paradox, isn't it? A plant that looks so harmless, so handsome, but every single part of it is, well, it's essentially a chemical weapon.
So that's our deep dive for today. We're going to unpack this tree, Hippomane mancinella, also known as the beach apple, and figure out how it weaponizes, everything. Its leaves, its sap, even the rain that falls on it.
It is a stunning tree, you have to admit. It has this very appealing shape.
It really is a looker. It can grow up to 12 meters, so that's what, about 4 stories high?
Easily. With this big round crown and these really shiny bright green leaves.
And then there's the fruit. Little greenish yellow things that look just like tiny apples. So deceptive.
And that deception is key because its preferred habitat, where it loves to grow, is coastal beaches, salty mangrove swamps.
The most breathtaking places you can imagine.
Exactly. So the chances of an unsuspecting person just stumbling across it are, well, they're surprisingly high.
And even the name has this sort of deceptive history. It comes from the Spanish word manzanilla, right? Which just means little apple.
Right, because of the fruit. Sounds lovely, doesn't it? Quaint.
It does, until someone actually tried to eat one.
Yeah. It didn't take long for that lovely name to get a bit of an update. It became known as Manzanilla de la Muerte.
The little apple of death.
And that sums it up a lot more accurately.
Okay, let's get into the specifics then. Just how toxic are we talking here? It's not just the fruit, is it?
Oh, no, not at all. The material we looked at is crystal clear on this. Every single inch of the tree, the bark, the leaves, the fruit, is just constantly oozing this milky, white, poisonous sap.
And that sap is the main delivery system for the poison.
It's the centerpiece of its whole defense. It's packed with a cocktail of toxins. Just brushing up against the bark can trigger severe contact dermatitis almost instantly.
We're not talking about a little itchy rash here.
No. We're talking about immediate, violent blistering, real chemical burns. And it's especially bad if you get it in your eyes or, any sensitive areas. It's designed to be an unforgettable warning.
Okay, but here's the part that I find truly incredible. The rain danger. So picture it, you're on that beach, a sudden tropical downpour starts, and you do what anyone would do, you run for cover under the nearest tree.
Which would be a very, very bad mistake if it's a Manchineel.
Why? What makes the rain so dangerous?
It all comes down to the primary toxin, the big baddie in the sap. It's an organic compound called phorbol.
Phorbol, and what's special about it?
The really unique thing about phorbol as a weapon is that it's highly water-soluble. It dissolves in water.
So when that storm hits the canopy, the rain just mixes with all that sap on the leaves and bark.
Precisely. It creates this diluted but still incredibly potent toxic shower that comes dripping down.
And a single drop is enough.
A single drop of that mixture can cause blistering, second-degree burns on your skin. The tree literally turns the weather against you. It's an amazing evolutionary trick.
And it seems to have an answer for everything. What if you just decide, okay, this thing is a menace, I'm going to cut it down and burn it?
You'd be creating a whole new kind of hazard. That's the fire danger.
Right.
Burning the wood is a terrible, terrible idea.
Right.
The smokes that comes off the fire is filled with those phorbol compounds, now in aerosol form.
So you're breathing them in?
You're breathing them in, and it's enough to cause acute conjunctivitis. It can make you temporarily blind. It literally pollutes the air around its own destruction.
That makes a lot more sense when you learn what family it belongs to. It's a member of the Euphorbiaceae.
The spurge family, yes.
And they are notorious in the plant world for having some, let's just say, some seriously volatile members.
That's a good way to put it. It's a family of chemical warfare specialists. It's sort of their signature move.
Okay, so let's talk about the most direct interaction. The fruit. The little apple of death. You're walking along, you see it, and from the reports, it apparently smells quite sweet and appealing.
It does. That's the trap. But the moment you take a bite, that sweet experience is over. Instantly.
What's the first sensation?
People describe it as a strange, peppery feeling. A stinging that starts right on your tongue and then just races down your throat.
And then the phorbol really kicks in.
Oh, yeah. That peppery feeling turns into an intense burning, and your throat just starts to swell up, closing off your airway. The agony described in reports is it's extreme.
Yeah.
People writhing in pain for 8 hours or more.
So could it kill you just from eating the fruit?
Well, there are no modern reports of fatalities, probably because the pain is so intense you spit it out immediately.
Yeah.
But the injury is severe. That swelling can absolutely require emergency medical help. It's a warning system that makes sure no mammal tries that twice.
But historically, this wasn't just a warning system. It was used as an actual weapon.
It absolutely was. Indigenous peoples in Florida and the Caribbean knew exactly how potent this sap was. They would carefully harvest it to poison the tips of their arrows.
And the most famous example of that is the Spanish colonizer Ponce de Leon.
Yes, a very famous casualty. He's known for his discovery of Florida, and he came back in 1521 to try and establish a colony.
But he was met with some pretty fierce resistance.
He was. The local Calusa people ambushed his party, and they used those poisoned arrows. Ponce de Leon was struck in the thigh with an arrow laced with Manchineel sap.
And he didn't survive it.
He managed to get back to his ships, and they sailed for Cuba, but it was too late. The poison was already in his system, doing irreversible damage. He died shortly after arriving. It's probably the most famous and tragic example of this tree's lethality.
So, okay. This tree burns skin, it blinds eyes, it can kill a conquistador, it seems like it's toxic to everything. How does anything else in the ecosystem even survive around it?
And that right there is the big twist in this story. Because for all of its incredible toxicity to us, to mammals, there are a few creatures out there that are completely immune.
Totally unbothered by it.
Totally. They seem to have cracked the code.
So who are these biological superheroes?
Well, we know for a fact the Galápagos giant tortoise can eat the fruit with no problem at all. And, even more impressively, a couple of species of iguana seem to thrive on it.
Not just tolerate it, but actually live in the tree.
They do. The black spiny-tailed iguana specifically, they're amazing climbers, and they're often seen just hanging out in the branches, happily gobbling down these poisonous little fruits.
So they treat the world's most dangerous tree like a personal buffet.
Like a convenient fruit stand. And, a fun little side note, those same iguanas are also known as the world's fastest lizards.
You have to wonder if there's a connection. Maybe processing all that poison gives them some kind of weird biochemical boost.
There's a question for a biologist for sure. But it just underscores the marvel of it all. Here you have a tree with this incredible multi-layered defense system, weaponized against everything.
Even the rain and fire.
Exactly. The Manchineel is basically screaming at the world, do not touch me, do not eat me, do not stand under me, and for heaven's sake, do not burn me.
Which brings us to our final thought for you to consider. Given how devastating this four-ball compound is to nearly every living thing, what on earth is going on inside those iguanas and tortoises?
That's the real question, isn't it? What specific biochemical adaptation do they have? Is it an enzyme? A unique metabolic pathway? How does their body just neutralize a poison that is so catastrophic to everything else?
Something to think about. Until then, maybe just admire those beautiful tropical trees from a very, very safe distance.
Very safe distance.
We'll catch you on the next deep dive.